Hi, I'm Mark Green with the Oklahoman in Washington. Sometimes in war, a strategic retreat is the key to victory later on. At the Battle of Gettysburg during the Civil War, Union troops fell back to a strong defensive position, turned away Pickett's charge, and prevailed in what turned out to be the turning point of the conflict. On health care, President Barack Obama has come up against something like Robert E. Lee's mass divisions and appears to be falling back. Whether he is retreating to a position as formidable as Cemetery Hill at Gettysburg remains to be seen. Over the weekend, it looked like the administration was seeking higher ground in the health care debate by dropping a controversial proposal to create a government-run insurance option to compete with private insurers. Critics said it would be the first step toward government takeover of the entire health care system. They said a public option wouldn't compete on the same terms as for-profit private insurers, would eventually crowd them out, and herd all Americans into the public plan. The idea had become a lightning rod for attacks on the administration's proposals at town hall meetings across the country. The criticism found its mark. No matter how many times Obama tried to defend the public plan as harmless to private insurance and helpful to Americans, agitation grew. So, like a good general in combat, it appears Obama may toss the public option aside. The administration also has changed its overall strategy in the past couple of weeks, calling for health insurance reform as opposed to systemic reform. That was simply scaring the daylights out of millions of Americans already leery about the government takeover of General Motors and a number of banks, not to mention billions of dollars in new government spending. The new position may allow Obama and his allies in Congress to make legislative progress and in the end claim a major political victory. They have little choice. If they are completely routed on health care, the new president will be crippled and Democrats will limp into the 2010 election year wounded with no one to blame since they control all the levers of power in Washington. So, a step back, regroup, and live to fight another day. Such is the way of war and of politics.